Hi, greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers out there. This has been quite an eventful weekend this weekend. Firstly, we had Battlefield 1942, no, not 1942, 2042 beta, open beta that has just dropped on the PlayStation Store, so you can go and see that now. And also CitizenCon for 2095, I can't remember the actual name. CitizenCon had also dropped as well yesterday, so there was an entire 8 hours of CitizenCon as well as a nice game that you can play in open beta that dropped both yesterday on Saturday. So let's go and talk about that, shall we, on this week's weekly update. Okay, firstly, sorry if this is not launched on Sunday because it is a late Sunday, so I'm going to be putting this video together late Sunday. It might come out Monday, or I might have to do the rest of the video editing on Monday. So I do apologise if it isn't coming out on Sunday. It's just that I had a lot to go through, because yesterday, Saturday, was a really busy day for me. Firstly, I mean, went out to my uncle's birthday party. So I got my uncle and his wife was 60 and 65, and it was their birthday that they decided to celebrate it, because they couldn't celebrate it earlier on during the year because of the COVID. But yeah, they went out and had a good old birthday bash, and it was a good old, it was a good time. It was a good time to actually be able to see all the family again. But because of that, CitizenCon was also launched, as well as an open beta for Battlefield 2042. Now let's talk about Battlefield 2042 first. I did manage to get a good old hour playthrough of little playthrough of that. It's a single player map. I tried live streaming it, and unfortunately I kind of got the name wrong, because I totally forgotten how to do a proper stream. And when by means of doing a proper stream, I mean I need to write in the name and description and all that. So I think when it came out as Doom, that I was actually playing Doom VR, and one or two people came in and sort of thumbs it down, because they can realise it's not Doom, it's Battlefield, and it wasn't in VR. Okay, so some of you guys know that Battlefield 2042 is going to be releasing, I don't know if they're going to be releasing this year or if it's going to be releasing early next year, but they put out an open beta so that people can bundle into the maps and give it a try and give it a look at. Now, it does not hold up to the standards of the trailers. I mean, because in the trailers we've got like tornadoes, blowing cars and everything. We've got like these massive fight sequence left, right and centre. We had like different maps, but no, this was nothing like that. It was just a single map with some multi-story buildings that you can find. I think it was a moderate sized map. I wouldn't say it's an incredibly large map, but you did have, it was more vertical, because you had like a space shuttle that was in the distance. You had like, sorry, a space shuttle, or more of a rocket. You've got like a hangar that had like a nuclear missile inside there, and you've got a multi-story building that you can either be at the ground floor or at the very top floor. There were tanks. I think there were some tanks in there. I mean, it wasn't really that well organised. If we went back to, say, like Battlefield Hardline, where it was like cops and robbers, you could start off with like all the vehicles, all the cars and everything, and you just flying. This wasn't anything like that. You start off, you might be lucky and you might be able to pick up a helicopter or a jeep and just drive around, but there wasn't very much of that going around because the map was relatively small compared to a normal sized battlefield. However, it did actually it did actually work well in the fact that it didn't crash at all or anything. Well, not in the hour that I played it. Yeah, there was a few skills that you could use, a few loadouts. So I mean, you can either load out with an assault rifle. I like manually selecting my loadout. There was the option of saying what type of support role do you want. Do you want like an engineer, or do you want a medic, or do you want to be a sniper or a scout, or something like that? But I preferred making out my own loadout, so therefore I've got like the submachine gun with multiple bullets and a rocket launcher in my backpack and a few grenades, and yeah, and I just go around blowing everything up to pieces. And you know me, I like blowing things up a lot. I think the Jeep was relatively overpowered. I mean, because that Jeep, although I didn't have a gun myself, but the passenger had a gun, and I was just like going up and down this long road, and I was just running over people left, right and centre. People were trying to take me out, but I was tanking it. I was actually more powerful than some of the tanks in there, I think, at some point. But yeah, I was like taking out tanks, I was taking out people left, right and centre, and yeah, it was just general havoc on that road. I got up the most kills in the space of like 5 minutes in that Jeep when I managed to get it. But yeah, it does require a little bit of balancing. But as I said, right now it's currently free. It's currently on the store. You have to go into the store and do a search for Battlefield 2042 Open Beta. So you won't be able to find it in the store. You have to do a search in the store to actually find it and download it if you want to give it a try. Okay, that being said, let's talk about CitizenCon. Now, CitizenCon was over about 8 hours long, and I mean, I'm currently halfway through it at the moment. So I think that I've been watching through it since earlier on today, since when I finally managed to get back in. Because, as I said, I was out partying last night. I got in this morning, and then I've been watching it since, before going out to have some lunch and then come back, still watching it. And I'm about halfway through, but I at least wanted to get a video out. They went through quite a fair bit. I did have a quick look at the Spectrum, and a lot of people in the Spectrum don't like what they saw. But I must admit, I actually quite enjoyed a lot of the stuff they did. There was a ship, there was like talking ship was always my favourite, because they was talking about all the different ships that they had, such as like the Merchant Bannerman, the Liberator ship, I think, which is supposed to be a ship carrier of ships. So it basically allows you to move ships from point A to point B, and yeah, a bit like one of those trucks that carries cars, but this is a ship that carries ships. However, the one ship that stole the show for me, the ship which I have wanted for ages. There were joke pictures of it, and they said it will never happen, and people saw this design and they absolutely hated the design. But I loved it. I loved this design. This design here of the Origin 400i. I like this ship. This is one of my favourite designs, and I believe that it is going to be the Origins answer to the Constellation series. So as I said, the Constellation is supposed to be like the all-inclusive, does a bit of cargo, does a little bit of fighting, does a little bit of exploration, does a little bit of hiding, so on and so forth. Now, the 400i isn't as powerful as the Andromeda or the Phoenix or anything like that, but it is the Origins answer, because it has a vehicle bay down in the front for the X1 vehicle that you can take out and fly. It's got a cargo bay of 42 units, and yeah, and it's got an upper and lower gun turret, same as the Constellation. However, it has only got 2 size 4 hard points, which I think is a serious drop from the Constellation's 4 size 4 hard points. But still, it can do a fair amount of damage, considering they're size 4s after all. So I am not going to let that discourage me, because I've actually bought it. My first ship purchase. Yeah, I have actually got the 400i. It's currently waiting in my hangar for when the next patch for 3.15 drops, and as such, then I will be looking at it and showcasing it, and basically it is going to be my go-to ship. I have wanted this ship ever since I even first saw that it came out almost half a year ago, or over a year ago. I wanted this ship, and I thought, right, that is going to be my go-to ship. So when we get the wipe, well, I'm going to only have 2 ships in my name, and that is going to be the Aurora and the 400i. So we're going to start out with the Aurora, just to see if we can use that to build up. But I am very much looking forward to try and see if I can build up a bit of capital using nothing else but the 400i as my only other ship outside of the Aurora. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to showing you guys that when that comes out. So, yeah, which should actually be very, very soon. But also now, speaking of Star Citizen, over the past week I have been, well, actually over the past 2 weeks, I have been doing a lot of filming of all the other ships that are currently in my hangar at the moment that I've purchased before the wipe. So I've taken video footage of everything, such as like the Aurora, Prospector, Caterpillar, 890 jump, 890 jump, the Carrack, the Hammerhead, a couple of ground vehicles, and a few other ships. I'm going to be putting all that together into a series called Ship Tours. It's going to be basically just one day I'm going to be, say, mining in the Prospector or mining in the Mole, and then the next day is I'm going to, after I finish refining, it's going to be bringing the ore via a Caterpillar to be sold. And I'm going to be doing this, I think there's about currently a total of 11 videos I can make out of this ship series at the moment. And I'm going to be dropping them 2 a month. So once I finish doing all the video editing and manage to get them all created, I'm going to schedule those in to come in twice every month. So at least it spreads it out a bit, and it's not going to be too over the top. And the idea is that once the wipe goes through, I will still be putting out videos of the ships that I used to have before the wipe. So it looks like I still got ships, except for the 400i. So look forward to the ship tours that's coming out. On top of this, there is still finally the Galactic Academy. Now, I have been working hard on the Galactic Academy, trying to write scripts for all the little courses and challenges that's going to go out for this Galactic Academy. I'm going to be updating my Discord, so don't forget to check down in the link for my current Discord. And I'm going to be putting Galactic Academy in there, plus all the curriculums that they're going to be chatting and talking about, so that you can have a look into that. So that is also another thing that I am going to be working on But another thing I really do need to get working on is, because it's getting close and I haven't even started, and that is the Advent calendar. Yes, I need to start working on the Advent calendar because I haven't even started yet, but I've got some good ideas for it. I've got some good ideas which I think that I can use. It's just getting the time to actually doing that. Even though we are also getting very close to 1,000 videos. I mean, I think we're on like video 405, 404, sorry. We're on the videos 905, not 405, I'm still got the 400. 905, so I think this video that I'm sending out now will be video number 905. So once I get to video 1000, I will then probably be able to complain why I haven't got enough subscribers, but I would also be putting out another video for the 1,000 video milestone, and yeah, I'm going to be making a little animation and series, sorry, not series, a little animation in regards to that. So, but I don't think that we'll get to 1,000 videos this year, but I think it will be somewhere in the middle of next year, especially with all the stuff that we're coming out. So, that's going to be that for this update. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I've done in making this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out there.